You failed. Admit it. You haven't made a single penny in affiliate sales, have you? It all seemed so easy, didn't it? But you failed. Just take a second to think about this. Over 97% of all affiliates failed to make one measly dollar in affiliate commissions ever. And you know what? That's what they want. But what if I could prove to you beyond all reasonable doubt that it's not your fault? What if I could show you how you can hijack $347 in 23 minutes, $1,263 in 182 minutes, and $2,967.23 in 4.5 hours? What if I could show you how real affiliates are pulling in hundreds of thousands of dollars every day, week, and month from one simple automated technique, with 0 websites, 0 clicks, and 0 costs? What if I could reveal to you a dummy-proof system that uses a never-before-seen technique that taps into 2 of the biggest websites on the planet and siphons life-changing sums of money direct into real affiliates' bank accounts every single day of every single week, month, and year? What if I could reveal to you an automated tool that leaves me one simple task: copy and paste my affiliate link? Imagine finally generating instant results with ClickBank. Imagine if you could make $139 in the next 22 minutes, or even $394 ClickBank commissions in under an hour, with no website, no work, and no effort. How would that make you feel? Imagine discovering a single trick that explained exactly why you failed so badly and instantly means you'll never be scammed again. Well, I'm here to tell you that all of this is possible. But first, let me be blunt. Now, you've probably never even heard the name Tom Tyler before, and that's good. I've never really been interested in putting my name out there and becoming another so-called guru. I prefer to be the guy in the background, quietly making money without attracting any attention. To be absolutely honest, I'd much rather be enjoying my new life on the beach. In fact, it took a lot of convincing to get me to even create this message to you. I have all the money I need, so why chase after a few more dollars? The real reason I'm talking to you now is much more profound, much more intense, much more personal. I've had enough. Day after day, week after week, my inbox is bombarded with offers of the latest, greatest tool or system. Lying, scheming gurus are forcing the same tired, useless crap down our throats and dressing it up as some killer app we must buy if we want to make money online. But time after time, we get nothing. Like a magician or an illusionist, we're shown vast riches in front of our eyes, only to have them disappear in a sudden ball of smoke once we reach out to touch them. All innocent affiliates see and hear are smoke and mirrors and empty promises. And all they get is substandard systems and useless time-wasting software tools. It must stop. About 2.5 months ago, I realized that I could do something about this. I realized that I could actually help guys who, like me, struggled to make a single red cent from the substandard, confusing, time-wasting trash we are subjected to by greedy gurus who only want to peddle more lies on unsuspecting affiliates and make more money from them. I took a good, hard look at my life, my luxury home, beach lifestyle, and all the amazing things that have happened to me and my family thanks to learning this one simple technique and developing my dummy-proof software. And I understood I could help a small group of affiliates replicate my success. I could open a clear and simple roadmap to success to a select group of people who, like me, started with nothing and, like me, lost way too much time and money on the pathetic systems available to most affiliates. Just 7.5 months ago, I had nothing. That's right, my ClickBank accounts were full of big, fat zeros. But I tried everything I could to somehow get ahead. I subscribed to a crazy number of newsletters, watched hundreds of YouTube videos, and was always joining in conversations on internet marketing blogs and forums. I asked a ton of questions, and I'm sure I must have got on people's nerves. but I also tried to help others from wasting time on systems and techniques I'd bought into and had no success with whatsoever. And if it weren't for one simple little forum post, I'd probably still be pulling my hair out trying hopelessly to succeed in a world that seems to want you to fail. But as luck, fate, or whatever you want to call it would have it, I got chatting to a guy who claimed he had a very real way of making money online. A simple technique that didn't involve any of the time-wasting, money-draining techniques I'd been struggling for so long to make work for me. But as hard as I tried to get him to tell me how he did it, he just wasn't having it. A kind of virtual tennis match developed where I tried to think of clever ways to get him to let me in on this closely guarded secret, and he'd knock me back every time. This went on for weeks until eventually he said the only way he'd tell me how he did it was if I came and spoke to him face to face. Now, I don't know about you, but I was immediately suspicious. I mean, some random guy will only tell me how he makes money if we actually meet? I was already imagining some psycho killer like Hannibal Lecter waiting to peel my skin off. But I guess my burning need to make money and my natural curiosity got the better of me. So I agreed. It was only then that I realised why he thought that I'd never be able to meet him. Sure, the guy spoke English, but he wasn't in an English-speaking country. In fact, he wasn't in any country at all. He was on a remote, private island 5,708 miles away. Not just in another continent, but in another hemisphere. It was only accessible by boat plane that he had to be chartered specifically for the journey. All in all, I calculated I would need nearly $5,000 just to get to where he lived. And even then, I couldn't be sure that it would even be worth it. I guess this was his way of getting me to finally leave him alone. But that just showed how little he knew about me. Because I reckoned if I sold a few things I didn't need so much and begged or borrowed the rest from my family and friends, I could just about do it. I'm pretty sure this mystery guy thought I was joking at first. But when I started asking very specific questions about how to get to his island, I think he eventually realised I was far from joking. 3 long and nerve-wracking weeks later, I was stepping off a boat plane being greeted by the man I only knew as Juan. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but I literally felt I'd stepped into a James Bond film. Not only did this mysterious mastermind live on his own secluded island, but he had a serious amount of stunning women. Most of them were in nothing more than a string bikini while they were busy doing something on their laptops. Juan explained to me that most of them were actually his daughters and they were helping him run his business. I wasn't sure what this meant yet, but it was definitely like no business I'd ever seen. It wasn't easy getting the whole story from Juan, but I was determined to get to the truth. I'd had to sell most of my possessions to even arrive on this island of surprises, and I knew I had to make it worth the effort or I'd walk away with nothing. After several days of Juan skillfully avoiding my questions, I made sure that he was well served with red wine and whiskey before I even brought up the subject. Juan may have been some kind of marketing genius, but he was no big drinker, and it didn't take too long before he began to reveal his closely guarded secrets, and how he was able to fund the kind of lifestyle I'd only seen in the movies. Finally, after maybe 10 shots of liquor, Juan leaned forward and with a wry smile and whispered one word into my ear: Google. My heart sank. Surely I hadn't travelled thousands of miles and sold all of my possessions only to hear more crap about some time-wasting SEO system. Time-draining, brain-numbing nonsense I didn't have the stomach to attempt. Surely he wasn't going to push some AdWords trick on me, some expensive lottery I couldn't afford to even test out. But I tried not to look upset and asked what he meant. I make money with Google. He confirmed my worst fears. I'd travelled thousands of miles and sold my entire life away to hear this? Dejected, I sunk back and looked miserably into the distance. Slowly, painfully, and without even looking over to Juan, I began to reel off all of the problems I'd had with Google. Slaps, account bans, months wasted on article writing and link building, thousands of dollars in AdWords bills. The pain built up in me just thinking of my suffering at the hands of the Google beast. I'd suffered too many times at the hands of this callous corporate monster to want to even consider going there again. And this is how you make money? Juan, please tell me I'm missing something here, I shouted out. I finally turned to see his reaction, but as I did, something strange happened. He still had that same wry smile on his face. What I said had no effect on him. And then he let out a chuckle and he told me something I'll never forget. Tom, I do not know of any of these problems you speak. I write nothing, buy no ads, and do almost no work. This is not SEO or Google advertisement. This is, how you say, different. Juan was looking pretty drunk at this stage, and I think he could sense my complete disappointment and dejection, which is maybe why he began to tell me the real truth about how he was able to dominate ClickBank so effortlessly. Instantly, I knew he really was up to something different, something that made me go from dejected to delirious in minutes. His method involved no ads, no articles, no writing, no content creation, and yet he was reeling in hundreds of thousands of free visitors without giving the greedy Google beast a single cent. So what was he up to? Well, before I get to that, and in case you've been living under a rock for a decade, let me explain what makes even the thought of harnessing genuine, free, instant traffic from Google so damn exciting. Now, we all know there's serious money to be made from Google. With nearly 1 billion page views per day, it's easy to see that even the tiniest slice of the action can easily generate life-changing sums of cold, hard cash. The techie guys who slave over a computer for 15 hours a day are pretty much the only ones able to keep up with the mind-numbingly complicated hoops Google requires websites to jump through in order to get their hands on the trillions of dollars spent every year online. It's no wonder everyday affiliates struggle to get any results and make any money from free traffic. The process is just so damn complicated. First, you need to build a website that you think will make you money. Then you need to know what keywords you want your site to get onto page 1 of Google for. Then you need to compete with tens of thousands, sometimes tens of millions of other sites, all trying to do the same thing. Pretty much the only sites that manage to get onto the holy grail of internet marketing, that is page 1 of Google, are what are known as authority websites. Sites that have been around for years or have hundreds of pages. Sites that have done a load of techie stuff known as SEO. But my super rich, mysterious South American friend had found a way to cut out all of it, using an unknown but fiendishly simple technique that made it possible to hijack the unlimited free traffic Google and other search engines supply only the luckiest of marketers, without the need for a website, without the need to create any content, without any costs. The first time I heard this, I thought it was too good to be true. But as the night went on and the red wine went down bottle by the bottle, I began to see the pure genius and simplicity of one system. First, there are no websites to build. This system requires no websites whatsoever. In fact, all of your affiliate links are placed on one secret traffic hub that requires no setup and no maintenance whatsoever. On top of that, there is no content to write. This system is so unique, you will never need to write any articles or any content ever. And as if that wasn't enough, there is no web hosting to pay for. Remember, you won't have any websites whatsoever, which means no costs, techie headaches, or bills to pay ever. All one's dummy-proof system required was for the user to copy and paste an affiliate link a few times, and that was it. All that was left was to sit back and watch 100% free, ultra-targeted traffic flood to whatever and wherever he wanted. If it was making money, Juan could send torrents of highly profitable traffic towards it in exchange for commissions of up to 75%. Once we got onto our 4th bottle of red, he started showing me the actual accounts the commissions were paid into. Now, if you've ever tried to make any money online, you'll know that you normally need hundreds, maybe even thousands of site visitors just to make a few dollars. So when I saw the kinds of numbers Juan was doing, it took me a second to comprehend the kind of profits he was making. From every single click, he was pulling up to $19 in pure profit. And combined with the tens of thousands of clicks he was getting day in, day out, he was literally sitting on a money mountain that just grew and grew. And the crazy thing is that nobody else was doing it. And even today, nobody knows about it apart from a few close friends and family and a handful of my beta testers. The simple fact is, the system Juan reluctantly revealed to me was not only 100% free and incredibly simple, but it was clear that its money-making potential would just keep on growing. The millions of dollars would soon become tens of millions, as the markets and opportunities Juan's system tapped into were growing at an astronomical pace. The potential was unlimited, as literally anyone who could open an email and copy and paste a line of text could use this to make easy, instant profits. It was the most simple, dummy-proof system I'd ever seen, and it was clear to see that it was going to get even bigger with time. But it wasn't all good. I've got to admit, I did feel bad at first about stealing Juan's idea, but I guess no system can belong to one single person. In the end, the truth had to come out. For the first few months after the big money started coming in, I would contact Juan and check that my money making wasn't affecting his income. But it was the exact opposite. Juan told me his profits had doubled in less than a month. After several months using this system, I realized more people could use this and it would still not affect anyone. Juan would continue to make his millions and I would still get my six-figure checks every month. But like any system that genuinely works, I must be careful and avoid too many people discovering it. For this reason, I'm afraid I can't tell you what this system is, as too many people will be reading this page in the next few days and weeks. Because try as hard as I will to keep this quiet and only invite a few choice affiliates to this page, word will get out. Because I'm sitting on a closely guarded secret that everyone wants a part of. Just imagine, free, unlimited, laser-targeted, credit card holding Google traffic, instant results, massive profits, zero websites, zero content, and zero costs. And because this is 100% new and unseen, word will spread like wildfire. Forums will be buzzing. Blogs will be falling over themselves to report the next big thing. Social networks will be tweeting from left, right, and center. And I know there's nothing I can do to stop it, unless I put a strict limit to the number of spots available and close the doors to these ambulance chasers. Opportunists who just want to make a quick buck but haven't put the hard work in already. I want real affiliates. Real people who are looking to make a positive change to their lives. Real guys who just need a little nudge in the right direction so they too can take control of their lives. And finally taste the cash-rich, time-rich lifestyle greedy gurus flash in front of our eyes before sneakily snatching it back out of reach. But before I open the doors to you, let me get this straight once and for all. I am not a guru. I don't even like the word. For me, gurus are part of the problem and not the solution. No, I'm just a regular, everyday guy. A guy with a dream, a burning ambition to succeed. A guy who happened to be in the right place at the right time. A guy who realized he has to share his discovery, but who realizes that there must be a limit. While I am 100% committed to ripping this despicable industry apart, I can only do it one step at a time. To keep this system effective and give every one of my members a fair chance to succeed, I must limit the number of spots and I must do it quickly. Once word gets out about this system, all kinds of people will come to this page. The kind of people I don't want. Greedy fat cats who want to get even richer. But I'm not doing this for them. I know the first people to see this message will be real affiliates. The real guys who are struggling to pull in $20, $40 or $100 a day. The real people who are committed to internet marketing as a source of income but have been misled, lied to and outright conned. Led down a path that can never take them to their destination. I'm looking for real people who want to make some real money. I'm sorry if you're reading this message too late. I'm sorry if you're not able to join me in a select group of insiders. But only 215 real everyday affiliates will ever be able to hijack their unfair share of the billions of dollars being spent each and every day online. I've already made 35 spots available to friends and family members. Now I know their financial futures are secure, I'm willing to let the remaining spots go to the guys who, like me, have struggled in the past to break even. It's decision time. Do you want unlimited, targeted, 100% free traffic forever? This is it. The moment when you finally start making real money. Day in, day out, year in, year out. All that remains is for you to click download now. If you're one of the lucky ones, you may be able to get your hands on this system. If the button doesn't work, then again, I'm sorry. An offer like this must have its limits. Click the download now button to see if you qualify to test drive this brand new tool for 60 days at no risk and finally make life-changing profits. Remember, you can get a full refund at any point within the first 60 days of purchase for any reason. No questions asked. If you want a tool that is simple, affordable, easy to use, and works, if you're ready to change your financial destiny permanently, take action now and click the download now button.